So Nicki Minaj apparently was out for some Twitter blood yesterday. she she called Jay-Z Rock Bottom Nation. And if you guys don't know why that's funny, it's because his record label is called Rock Nation, so it's just kind of hilarious play on words. I don't know why she's mad at him, but we love a good roast, right? She also called him Rico Nation. Anyway, um, tomorrow. Oh, hi guys, welcome. Hi, Cobes. Kobe says hi. I usually make the bed, but they were looking so comfy before I started this that I didn't want to move them. So the Diddy sentencing is tomorrow, and weird things are still going on with that. The prosecution has proposed like 11 years after the jury dropped the ball. Prosecution trying to drop the ball. Like, why didn't they just look at them and say, how is dragging someone down a hallway not force? I feel like that's the only question you would need to prove force. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, so I don't think he would get 11 years because he wasn't found guilty for the trafficking part. Because apparently force isn't dragging someone down a hallway. Apparently they have to force you to stop breathing. That's force. Our court of law lives so far from the court of common sense, right? Am I the only one? I'm not. I'm not the only one who sees this. I know that I'm not. Anyways, getting all excited. But I wanted to hop on here real quick because I've been doing something the last, I don't know, couple months for a couple small businesses around here, and it has to do with websites. And there is a AI digital whatever scam situation with people selling you the websites that they're selling. Two different companies I have found this, and it's small businesses. These aren't like huge corporations. These are small businesses that put money into these website design companies that lock them under a contract, charge them thousands of dollars, and then they do not provide these companies with websites that are functional or even exactly finished. And then they'll lock them under contract, but they do this generic AI website that from the surface looks fine, but it's not functional. And then lock them under contract, but then don't update the site at all. One of the sites that I was looking at for a client had not been updated since April. And this was just like last month. Now, websites are kind of similar to like your social media pages, which means if they aren't updated, they kind of become a little stale. It takes your SEO rating way, 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 way down. They don't get seen as much. It is imperative that you're able to update your own website without having to pay $100, $150 for some tiny change. And it's so easy to be able to do that. So what I've been doing to help out a couple people is I will go through their website and go through their business, a website that they've already been sold, and let them know this could be different, this could be different, this could be different, this could be different. And then in some cases, they actually have to then relay that information to someone else that they've hired because they're under contract, even though the AI website company is not holding up their end of the bargain at all. It's a grift, and it's, small businesses don't, a website is everything, and small businesses don't always have extra hundred, especially nowadays, and now in the economy now, don't have extra hundreds of dollars just to keep their website a little bit fresh so it can be seen easier. And there are a lot of easy things that you can do. I have been running my own website for 10 years, whether it was the coaching website or the nonprofit or now a courthouse kidnapping. I changed my whole career just to save my kids. Who does that? Jamie does. I didn't really do. So if you have hired a company to build a website for you, here's another thing. I got a notification yesterday that the website that I have now, a courthousekidnapping.com, which is where I talk about everything, is absolutely a matter of public parental concern. And if you don't think that, then one, you're either not a parent, or two, you haven't been paying attention. It's dangerous. It's happening. People are making money off of selling and buying our children. I haven't hugged my babies in almost 3.5 years. They live in the same city as me. And these attorneys are such good at their trafficking through their trade. They're so good at selling these kids that they can make it so that it doesn't even matter if you went back to court. You are not going to see those kids until they're in their 20s. And all the trauma has been done, even when nobody ever did anything wrong. Gotta sell the kids, right, Jana? Gotta sell these kids. Whatever. Jana Naderman, Leilani Adams, Teresa Berry, Jonathan Brown. Tuesday, definitely not Dr. Smith. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So it's kind of an interesting segue though, because I will link that video and you can go and kind of see. I got a notification yesterday that I began building that website a year ago on yesterday. And it launched my dad's birthday. I launched on my dad's birthday last year. So it took about 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks for me to build that website. It is functional. It took hundreds of hours. I do all my own graphics and everything. It's all Jamie. I did it all myself. And the only reason I'm saying that is because these companies are charging people for a website that should take hundreds of hours for a human to build and build it correctly, when actually a robot's doing it in 30 seconds and they just don't. Like, it just doesn't work. And a bad website doesn't just not help your business. It can actually really hurt your business in a lot of different ways, especially in the age that we're living in right now. So my advice is, if you have purchased a website that was designed by someone else, I would go through it, test every link, see where it goes, see where you're at, ask for the analytics. If anyone needs my help on this, I will help you. It's just so messed up. Hundreds of hours. It took me altogether over 8 weeks to build my website. That's why websites used to be thousands of dollars to be built. The problem is that now they're building them with robots, and there are a lot of awesome things robots can do, but they're still not human yet. And they miss a lot too. And especially with this rise of the AI thing. Tuesday, not a Dr. Smith, her website is unfinished. I could pull it up and show it to you, but to be fair, hers has been unfinished since I looked at it years ago. Just very generic, and it's another reason how I know that she has people in her pocket. Anyway, see how it all. Okay. Anyways, I want to, and then the last part, of course, I want to send all of my gratitude. This week has been so hard. As a lot of you know, my daughter's birthday was Saturday, and these times are just, it's very much parental torture, and it can happen to anyone, which is why every parent should be concerned. I did launch Mona's Laws on an app called Buy Me a Coffee, and I think I want to do that instead of the Patreon, because you guys wouldn't need a membership too. It's just like all open. Eventually, probably with my future endeavors as well. But I just wanted to thank you guys so much the last 3.5 years have felt so isolating and so lonely. And after everything that's happened, there's just nobody to trust. I mean, that's just the truth. It's an unfortunate truth, but it's the truth. So what can we do? What do? I work harder. I get up tomorrow and every day, and I put my shoulders back and I wipe those tears and I work harder until I can turn it around and fix it, even against every odd, even this little David against 50 Goliaths. Oh, and oh my goodness, I do have exciting news though. So Monday, some of you realize, some of you know, and I'll link the playlist. It has been, I might get my name back on Monday. I'm almost positive it's going to happen. I'm so excited. Except for you. Even just to have my name back since January has been a fight, like a fight. And I don't mean I'm getting a name that I want. I mean, I'm finally getting a name that will be attached to a regular social security number, like a regular American citizen that I am and always have been. I was born here. I've never left. But yeah, the last 9 months have been I mean, the last 3.5 years have been, but after I launched my website, a month after that, all of a sudden my social security number didn't work and all my accounts were closed. And I have gone back and forth with social security and the way it's just bizarre. Nothing normal ever happens here. Nothing normal. None of this is normal anyways, but so I'm super excited that I might be a real girl again on my I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure. It's just I don't want to get my hopes up because every time I've been given instructions on how to fix it, I've gone to fix it and do exactly. And then there's been some kind of new roadblock from the way that everything was left. And I'm just Jamie. I'm not a lawyer. I don't work for Social Security. I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just over here trying to exist. Still alive. Still alive. As much as many people would like to believe otherwise, Jennifer. Anyways, and the last two things I want to talk about this is social stash. This is one of the ways that I have been trying to like help support myself. And there's so many ways to make money online, and none of them have to do with being naked. So I just want to make that very clear right now. But I really wanted to show this to other creators, and I'll leave my link on Facebook. I'll just leave it at top. I just won't put anything. I'll leave it as the caption, as my social stash link. It's just such easy passive income. I would recommend it to every creator now that digital age is even more on the rise than it ever has been before. Especially with us, not just celebrities and rich people. I mean, anyone can talk into their phone and have a voice, which is beautiful and amazing. This is an extra way. It's so easy. They give you a link, you post the link to your stuff, and then when people click on the link, you get like a little commission from that. And there are tasks and stuff you can do too. So this is called Social Stash. And like I said, I will on Facebook, I will leave it in the caption, the link. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put my link in the description. And don't forget, I always put this here so that, because so many people watch these more on Facebook than YouTube, that everyone is reminded, including myself. Sometimes I forget. Like I use YouTube so much to watch everyone else. But then my comments aren't on there either. So I just post my stuff and then kind of go back to, I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. But yeah, it's free to sign up. Everything, like you don't put any money into it. I haven't put any money into this. And the last thing is the merch shop is 20% off. On both of them, actually. On the New Generation merch shop and the Courthouse Kidnapping merch shop. The entire site is 20% off. And there's some really cool stuff on there too. I will link those. I think that promotion goes on until the 5th. And that means at 20% off, you can get New Generation merch even cheaper than like some of my sample products would be, which is actually pretty cool. So I've given everyone so much information here, and I know I'm sorry. I'm just so grateful. Things have been so weird. I mean, it just, the weirdness doesn't stop. But what do? We stay grateful for all of our blessings, as few and far between as they may be, and every single one of our challenges, because that's what keeps us strong. And, you know, strength isn't free. It never was. It never was. You gotta go through a whole bunch of stuff to figure out. Gotta break the humans down, build them back up. Maybe that's what Jesus's brain was thinking, or God when he made us, whatever. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Go make your social stash profile so that you can share your link and start. I mean, it's crazy. And you guys, and I'm just talking, and I know celebrities have been getting in trouble forever, and I know that like it is cool that we can talk to each other like this, and I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful way to create community, and giving everyone a voice. The advertising industry is just it's like a Rubik's cube right now that's just changing. And I don't know when it's going to stop changing because everything is shifting. People aren't taking celebrities as seriously. I mean, of course they still sell movies, they still sell products, but they can also be quite a bit of a liability just because, and honestly, I think it's because everyone is emotional, because everyone's stressed out, because everyone's broke. Sorry. I mean, okay, not everyone, but right now, so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if that's you, don't feel bad. You're not alone. But I feel like the fact that celebrities, and we could get into the dismantling of the middle class all day, but the polarization of wealth and disparity in the country that is only becoming more and more so, I feel like is making celebrities so much less like relatable, that people are just like, oh my God, okay, go wipe your tears with your cash, which is messed up because there are people too that, they have feelings that we all do. But I'm just saying, like in the advertising world, it almost seems like, I don't know, I feel like TikTok had a lot to do with it too, because I feel like it's easier just to let social media, even for big companies, I mean, you see it all over you. Look at what I'm doing. It's so much easier just to let us tell each other, let other people with the camera, than to pay what they used to be paying for like the modeling industry and stuff. And the modeling industry, I don't think is probably anything that it used to be either because of AI. I mean, I don't know. I'm just Jamie. I'm just here. And I'm so grateful for all of you, every single one of you, for just letting me talk when I can, when my voice works. And it gets higher and lower with emotion and all my physical stuff too. So thank you for being so patient with me during these times. It is pretty hard to talk about stuff like while it's happening. I feel like a lot of this is going to be so much easier to talk about when it's in yesterday, but it's just been drawn out for so long. And I just couldn't be more grateful, honestly, truly. Thank you. And I hope everyone has a beautiful Thursday. Go hug each other. Life's weird. Hug the person next to you. Oh my God, unless they don't want you to, then don't.